Hey guys, if you're liking these stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can hit 8,000 subs together. Give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment. I seriously read every single one. Alright, let's jump in. I never imagined a Friday night could fall apart the way this one did. I'm not the party type at all, but when Ava texted me to come pick her up, I figured it'd be quick. Swing by, say a few polite hellos, wave at her friends, and dip out. Simple enough. At least, that's what I thought. Ava always seemed predictable in the best way, the loudest laugh in any room, bubbly, magnetic, the kind of person who doesn't have to try to be the center of the vibe. That's part of why I fell so hard for her. That, and the way she always smelled like warm vanilla mixed with fresh rain, like she carried summer around with her wherever she went. When I pulled up, I could feel the bass shaking the whole house. Music blasting, people yelling over each other. Laughter flying around, chaotic, loud, messy, but somehow familiar. I smiled, imagining Ava waiting outside, bouncing on her toes, ready to go home. I stepped out of the car, zipped up my jacket against the cold, and headed toward the door. But the moment I stepped into the house, something felt off. Yeah, the place was crowded, but the atmosphere wasn't the carefree kind of wild I expected. The air felt tight, charged. Like the whole room was pretending nothing was wrong while silently holding its breath. I pushed through groups of strangers, nodding at faces I'd maybe seen once, calling Ava's name. Nothing. That was weird. She was usually impossible to miss. I checked every spot, living room, kitchen, hallway, up the stairs. Nowhere. Then I noticed a little cluster of people near the sliding door to the backyard. My stomach twisted. My heartbeat picked up. I moved toward them. That's when I saw her. Ava wasn't laughing. She wasn't greeting anyone. She wasn't even standing. She was curled up next to the little garden fountain, knees tucked in, hands covering her face, her shoulders shaking. A few people hovered near her, whispering and glancing toward me like they knew something I didn't. My brain refused to accept what I was seeing. Ava. My voice cracked. She only shook her head. A strand of hair clung to her cheek, damp with tears I wished weren't real. I stepped closer, unsure if I should reach for her or give her space. I'd never seen her like this. Not tonight, not ever. That's when Chloe, a short blonde girl I'd met once, stepped forward. She's okay, Chloe said, though her voice trembled. Just give her a minute. But looking at Ava, okay wasn't even close. My stomach dropped. My mind sprinted through every horrible scenario. Did someone hurt her? Did she get into a fight? What happened? Finally, Ava lifted her face. Her eyes were red and glossy, and for a moment, I didn't even recognize her. The light in them, that spark she always carried, was gone. She looked fragile, swallowed by something dark. What happened? I whispered, though part of me wanted to scream. She swallowed. It's complicated, she muttered, voice shaking. I don't know how to say it. I knelt beside her, deliberately gentle. Ava, whatever it is, tell me. Please. This time she really looked at me, and something in her expression had changed forever. Her eyes held fear. Fear of me. Fear of the moment. Fear of the truth. The air felt volatile. I wasn't ready for this, she whispered, mostly to herself. Her fingers shook against the fountain's rim, holding something small and metallic. Then she stood up quickly, almost mechanical, brushing her hair away. She turned toward me like she expected to be hit. I didn't know how to tell you, she murmured. A cold wave rolled down my spine. Whatever was coming, I wasn't prepared. You shouldn't have come tonight, she said softly, but the words cut like a knife. Everything around us just stopped. I searched her face for any hint this was some awful prank. There wasn't one. She stepped back. I didn't want you to find out like this, she whispered. I didn't think it would go this far. My throat jammed with questions I couldn't even form. I stood there, stunned, staring at the girl I thought I knew better than anyone, realizing she'd been hiding something huge, something that shifted the ground under my feet. Ava, what is it? I finally croaked. She took a shaky breath. It's not what you think, she said, but she refused to meet my eyes. Her gaze darted everywhere else. I moved closer, slowly. Whatever it is, we'll handle it. Just don't shut me out. Her lips trembled. It's complicated, she whispered again. But this time, the word carried the weight of a confession. Then she opened her hand. A small, crumpled envelope glimmered in the porch light. My mind spun through every possible scenario, each one worse than the last. I didn't want you to find out this way, she said so quietly I could barely hear her over the music inside. I was trying to fix it, but it's too late. Fix what, Ava? Tell me. She finally met my eyes, and I saw everything. Guilt, shame, regret so heavy it looked like it was pulling her under. I haven't been honest with you, she said, voice breaking. I kissed someone else tonight. Just once. It wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. And it made me realize I've been lying to myself. And lying to us. For months. My knees almost buckled. It felt like someone carved a hole straight through my chest. I wanted to yell, demand the truth, throw something, anything. But instead, a numb quiet washed over me. I always knew relationships could break. I just didn't know it would feel like this, like standing on cracking ice. Ava, I started, but the words died. She couldn't look at me. I thought I could ignore it, pretend it didn't matter. But it does. And I can't keep lying. Not to you, not to myself. Memories flashed through my mind. Every laugh, every touch, every moment I thought we were unshakable. The vanilla scent, the warmth, all of it now replaced with a brutal cold. I expected fury. Instead, I inhaled deeply. I need a minute, I said, my voice firm but calm. She nodded, stepping back. And in that distance, I understood. It wasn't only the kiss that destroyed me. It was knowing nothing would ever go back to how it was. The version of us I held on to didn't exist anymore. I turned toward the open door, toward the darkness and the quiet waiting outside. And for the first time, the pressure crushing my chest felt less like pain and more like release. Sharp, bitter, but real. Ava, she called out softly. I stopped, but didn't turn right away. I needed one extra breath. When I finally looked back, she was standing there with her hands clasped, terrified I might disappear for good. Maybe I would. I'm sorry, she whispered. I never wanted it to happen like this. I know, I said quietly, mostly to myself. And in that moment, something inside me clicked, something I'd never forget. The truth isn't always punishment. Sometimes it's clarity. The kind that shows you exactly where you stand, what you're willing to accept, and who you really are when the comforting lies fall away. I stepped toward her. She flinched. I didn't touch her. I just gently took the envelope from her shaking hand and held it between us. The evidence, the break, the decision now sitting in my palm. Behind us, the party raged on, music, laughter, shouting, but it felt a world away.